is episode 1 of the Piss Soak podcast. We recorded a video and it got screwed up, so enjoy me and Ben's soothing voices while you look at this epic picture that our buddy drew for us.
We're back.
Ready whenever you are.
We're live.
We are.
We are ready, bro.
We're
It's-
live.
The shit
We're
has
ready.
hit the fan. The shit has hit the fan.
Wait, I don't get it. Did we start yet? Did we start the gas, dude?
Welcome.
What's up, everybody? I'm just straight beating my box right now.
I'm pissing my paper towels.
Oh, only piss and paper towels. Well, this is toilet paper, but close enough.
Where'd you get that?
I bring props, baby. I bring props.
Fair.
Oh, man, so what do we got going on today?
Oh no, man. You were talking shit on Shaq earlier.
Bro, all I'm saying, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, but he looks way too jacked on this. Like, look at him. I don't think he's this jacked in real life. Like, obviously he's a big guy. He's
Bro,
like,
I'm telling you, he's jacked.
I don't think he's this jacked, though. I mean, look at his fucking lats. His lats are bigger than my entire torso.
Nah, bro, you're tweaking.
I don't know, man. Pull up a picture of Shaq right now. We're going to settle this debate once and for all.
I feel like I shouldn't have to do that, bro. Like, you have I'm not even talking to the fucking mic. You have to understand, bro, that Shaq has been an athlete for like 40 years.
Yeah, but he's also, like, incredibly old now.
Yeah, but dude, didn't you see him like after he retired from the league? He did get jacked. Like he is jacked, bro.
I don't think he's this jacked, though.
No,
That's what I'm
dude,
saying.
he's totally okay.
He looks like fucking Dwayne Johnson in this.
That's because he is Dwayne Johnson, but like 6'10", bro.
I think you're tweaking on this one, bro. I really do. I think you're
Shaquille
losing your
O'Neal
mind.
physique.
See if you can find him hitting a lat spread.
See if I can see him hitting on underage women. Dude, he's 7'1". Holy shit, he's
Jesus
huge.
Christ. What was that that comment?
Dude, you
I'm
don't
out.
think Shaq is jacked, bro?
Now you're evading it.
Bro, Shaq is jacked.
Okay, how old is that picture though?
Dude, this is obviously from like maybe 5 years ago. Like, come on.
I'll concede. I've been
This
defeated.
is look. Here's a before and after. It's incredible body transformation. This was as of 21.
God, he's got abs, bro.
That's
was
what I'm
wrong.
saying,
All
bro.
right.
Shaq is jacked,
I
bro. You
was
can
wrong.
see in this picture, bro. Is look at the fucking triceps, bro. That's a fucking steak. It's a
Yeah,
fucking T-bone steak
that's a
slapped
big
onto his
steak.
fucking arm, bro.
All right, I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. I'll admit defeat.
How dare you not believe in Shaquille O'Neal, bro?
Shaq.
Dude, look at this side by
Shaq is
side.
jacked.
The fucking man titties, and now he's just got fucking peck.
Dude, those are some man titties in the first picture, though. He's got straight milkers.
He was milked, bro.
I gotta take this flannel off, bro. I'm dying over here. This gets hot when you close that door. Maybe we should have
Shaq.
left it open.
Fucking Shaquille O'Neal, bro. Have you seen that video of someone playing like 2K, and it's just a team of all Shaqs, and they're like, "Not for Shaquille O'Neal, coming in as a Shaq." Have you seen that?
No, bro, I haven't seen it.
Let me find that real quick.
Am I gonna have to put a clip in when I edit?
Shaquille O'Neal subbing. Fuck. How do I? Shaquille O'Neal, I
Should I
guess.
do a little
ASMR while you're doing that.
Nah, bro. Don't be a retard.
the beatbox ASMR?
I gotta find the fucking clip, but it's really funny, bro. Shaquille O'Neal.
I just had a Shaq moment right there. Did you see that? Maybe I'm Shaq, bro. You don't know me.
Yo, you ain't even know me, bruh. I'm literally
Bro.
Shaquille O'Neal, bruh.
If I can't find it, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh, Shaq comes in for Shaq. Here it is, bro.
Oh.
Shaq is a one-of-one type of player.
Catching up on
Dude,
the
he looks
changes
so
for Los
stupid in the
Angeles.
games.
O'Neal's checked in for O'Neal. Shaq comes in for Shaq. And Shaq is subbed in for Shaq.
It's all Shaq, bro.
All
Look,
Shaq.
it's literally a whole team. It's Shaq, a whole team of Shaqs versus a whole team of Shaqs, bro.
Is that like a mod, or can you just do that in the
No,
base
it's
game?
like the custom players. I think either
You
that
just made
or
a bunch of Shaqs, bro.
it's so
Oh
funny,
my
bro.
god, dude! Did you ever play the WWE games growing up?
I remember I played, I think, 2005 SmackDown versus Raw on the Wii.
Oh, 2007 is the best one.
Maybe it was 07. I know it's one of the older, like mid 2000s.
Is it the one where Triple H is like, oh?
I don't know. I just remember playing as John Cena and Rey Mysterio. That's the only people I played as.
I made a custom character named Earl the Squirrel, and he had this like crazy ass mask on him, and I put like squirrel ears on him.
Dude,
And
what the fuck was your childhood?
I don't know, dude. I wanted to be Rey Mysterio, but not. So I gave him Rey Mysterio's
Wait,
moveset.
trash Rey Mysterio?
Pretty much, bro.
That's
were
goofy, dude.
in the heart of Moores Hill, and I was in my bedroom playing on my old like CRTV. I'm like, I'm gonna make myself in the game with a mask.
Bro, you live in Morrisville now. You could recreate that.
I do. I went back, baby. Had to go back. Got to go back to Moores
Reclaim your
Hill.
territory. Do you piss everywhere?
Not yet. I haven't got to that. I've been letting my dog take care of that business.
Capone, bro. Capone's a bitch.
A little bit. He's a nice boy, which is good for a pit bull. You want to have a nice pit bull, not one that's gonna chew on toddlers. So I would rather him be a pussy than chew on the neighbor kids and get me in trouble. I don't want to have to shoot him like Old Yeller.
Might have to, bro.
Yeah, not
like-
yet.
Dude, you know how many times I've thought about, I think, what we'd have to do to fucking Milo?
Oh God, bro.
I tell you, like, I legitimately, like, choke slammed him once.
I think I remember you telling me about that, but I don't remember the context.
Yeah, it was, at Easter. My grandma put her dog down a little before, like, last Easter. I think it would have been, like, last February.
Oh, is
24.
it when she got the new puppy?
Yeah, and then the puppy, she
Yeah.
brought the puppy over for Easter, and Milo's a fucking asshole, and literally just chased her around the house with, like, blood red eyes, bro. Like, it was like the charging of the bulls. And he chomped on her leg and just like, "Arr!" And like,
Didn't he break it?
yeah, he broke her leg clean in half. Like, it didn't like come severed and like there's a dog leg laying on the floor separated from the dog, but like he broke the bone. And I had literally had him like in a chokehold like this, and I like had him outside. Like, I opened the door and had him outside, and I didn't like slam him. Like, it's not like I RKO'd him, but like,
Dude, I probably would have hit him with a DDT.
dude, no, I mean, I was close, dude. I really was. Like, I had to restrain myself. I don't think I've ever felt so animalistic in my life. Or, like that's the closest I ever want to get to actually physically hurting something that has a subconscious. Like, I mean, if I have to protect someone, I will. But it's just, like, that was so much, like, shock to me. I was just like, holy shit. Like, I feel like I legitimately almost killed my dog.
Yeah,
right
dude.
here.
When you get fired up like that, it's a shock to the senses every time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was
Every
shaking for a
time.
little bit. Like, actually, I know he bit my aunt too, and she was bleeding, but it wasn't like real bad. But yeah, dude, he's just a fucking asshole.
What's really wild about moments like that is you have to restrain yourself, and then it scares you.
Well, it's like,
when you think, because like at that moment, I don't know how you are, but when I have moments like that where I've got to like defend something that I love from another thing that's living, it's animalistic in the back of my head. I'm like, I need to kill this thing, but you have to restrain
dude,
yourself.
that's legit how I felt about Milo in that moment. Like, I remember for like 3 weeks afterwards, every time I saw him, like, just wait till they leave. You're not gonna be here anymore. I don't like you. I don't want to play anymore.
Get the steel chair.
Oh my
Hit
god, dude,
Milo
I'm
with a
serious.
chair.
He really pissed me off because he's like a really cute dog, but
He's cute, but he's an asshole.
he's
man.
horrible, dude.
He's
Like,
tried to get a hold of me a couple times. And
yeah,
he likes to
dude,
get
he's
my
even
pant
done that to
legs.
me. Like, if I like if sometimes like someone will like trip in the house and they won't even like fall all the way over, they'll just like trip and like land back on their feet, but that will just be enough to set him off, and he'll like growl like, "Ah, ah, ah," and I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dude, he just freaks out when I walk in the door. He runs at me and he's like, oh,
Dude, for the longest, it's actually kind of funny because you know how we're always saying like, oh, he just needs to warm up to you. And like when Tim first started coming over, he would always bark at him because, like, Tim's got the piercings and the long hair.
He probably looks scary as hell, Milo, dude.
And, yeah, and well, like Milo just I don't think has really seen, aside from you when you had your long hair, he hadn't really seen another male with long hair. And males are obviously the ones that he's most on edge about.
We got to talk about that next. 'Cause I'm still in shock every day when I wake up.
But yeah, for a while, like, he was always a dick to Tim, like, when he'd come over for dinner, and but now it's like Tim will just be sitting on the couch playing like Clash of Clans, and Milo will just jump up on the couch and look at him, and then he'll just be like, "Hi, Milo," and then Milo, nah, dude, Milo's like totally begging for pets, and I'm like, why can't you be like this all the time? Like, I always tell my mom, I'm like, if Milo was a sweetheart all the time,
He'd be like
he would be
the
well, because like he's a small dog, and like I don't really like small dogs, but he's like right on the cusp where he's like a little over. I think he's bigger than he is, but he's just really dense. But he's like 18 pounds. But
He's big enough you could roughhouse with him a little bit.
oh yeah, and like
Yeah.
that's what I like to do. I like to rile him up and then get yelled at by my parents. But
Oh, I do this thing with Capone, dude. It was funnier when I had my long hair. I would go Tarzan on him. I would start.
you do the
acting-
gorilla
I
stuff.
do the gorilla stomp and run around the living room, throw my arms up like this, and I would do this thing where I would like, you know how monkeys when they're in the wild they'll throw their arms like straight up and they'll go like, ooh.
Yeah.
I would hit him with that and then grab his bone out of his mouth and be like, what? What are you gonna do about it?
It's like the get the fuck out of here.
You can't do that to him, bro. He's got some chompers. He's not aggressive, but I still would not stick my hand in his mouth willingly. I wouldn't do this to my dog because, you know, those pitties, dude. Their bite is
Knowing how retarded Capone is, that would be the thing to set him off. He's like, something's in my mouth that I'm not eating. Guess it's eating time.
So far, the only time I've seen him actually be aggressive is when my fiance had that really inbred cat for a little while. We had her like up on the bed, and all of a sudden Capone just put the cat's head in his mouth and bit down.
Oh my god, bro.
And it ended up breaking one of the cat's baby teeth, and we got really mad at him. We were like, "What the hell are you doing?" And you know, it was weird. He hasn't done that since. He's totally fine with the other cat that we've got there.
Dogs are fucking wild, bro.
They can be, dude. The thing about dogs is they're pretty unpredictable. Unless you've had them since they were a puppy and you've like trained them. Like Capone, we got him when he was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So
I always
Getting
forget
a-
he's an old boy.
getting a dog like that is kind of a wild card. But thankfully he's a sweetheart.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is that we had Milo as a puppy, but to be fair, he was kind of a runt, and we got him from like a crack house. So yeah,
that'll do it,
he had
bro.
like fleas when we brought him home, and the house literally had like 2 litters of puppies that were all like his size, like mixed between like dachshunds and chihuahuas and all kinds of other small dogs, and like we literally saw him get bullied by one of the other puppies that was like at the time he was like another half his size. Like this was a big boy, and he had a huge belly full of like fucking worms.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
you could tell like he had a bloated belly, and we were like, oh, this guy's big.
Good Lord.
And like he would have probably gotten to the size of like a full size dachshund, you know, because those are like 25, 30 pounds, I think.
Yeah, relatively big,
And-
heavy enough.
but yeah,
you could bicep curl him.
Yeah,
Get a
but
pump.
Milo was a little pup, and he was like getting bullied, and he was fine. But then like I don't even remember when the first time he started getting aggressive was, but we were like, yeah, he's probably around horrible people living in that trailer.
You know what you should do?
What?
You should tell the story when he jumped out of the car window.
Dude, I wasn't even there for that. He's
It's
just being
so-
a fucking idiot.
It's funny to think about. He just face plants on the blacktop.
Yeah.
He was chewed up for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember I came over to my parents, and my mom takes him to school, which is just like doggy daycare, but he gets excited. My mom was like, Milo, you have school on Thursday, and he gets all like smiley. You know how he kind of has that dog smile?
Yeah, he's got a really
got that
cute
big
face,
mouth.
bro. He's got a smile.
He's
on
got
him.
that huge, dude, his head is fucking huge. It reminds me of like a Pixar dog.
Yeah. He looks
With
like
like a
a
really
dog.
fucking huge head and
Like
like
a
a
dog.
normal sized body.
The one from Toy Story. He's got those dimensions, bro.
Nah,
Except
the
for
one
big
from Up,
ears.
you mean?
The one from Up?
That golden retriever. Isn't his name Doug?
Doug.
And he's like, ball, stay.
ball
He sounds like the Wii Sports guy.
my mouth. Balls.
Kevin, the fucking bird. But
Bark.
yeah. Anyway, I think my mom was taking him to daycare. And then all of a sudden, she just like I think she checked her mirror and saw him outside on the floor or on the ground. She's like, "What the hell?" And I guess while he was in the back seat, he pressed the window down, and as soon as he saw it open, he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm free."
I'm gonna get outside now.
But he's just fucking stupid, bro. I always tell Mom, I'm like, if he wasn't such a fucking idiot, he would be a good dog. Like he doesn't. I mean, he knows his name, but like he doesn't really listen. And like I said, he's fucking aggro, like randomly. Like there's one time where I think he was like being a dick to Moxie. Like there was a bone or something and he wanted to take it from her, and I was like, "Hey, stop!" And he like literally like turned around and lunged at me to bite me, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" So like I put my leg up to defend myself. Like I wasn't gonna kick him; it was more just like to defend my other leg. And then he lunged again, and I was like, "All right, I'm going away." And he kept barking at me. He's like, "I should showed him." I'm like, "No, dude, I could literally squash your head." Like, fuck off.
You know what I've noticed about Milo is if you don't make eye contact with him, he kind of backs off. Because that thing in the animal kingdom too is eye contact.
Oh, with gorillas, bro.
With gorillas, with dogs, lesser so with cats, but like a lot of animals, eye contact is a dominant
I feel
thing.
like cats are the opposite. Like if you make eye contact and don't move, they might actually like you almost like come to an understanding.
I've never quite had that with a cat.
Well, like I've never encountered a wild cat or a cat that's aggressive, but like well, you know how fucking empty Tommy's mind is. But when I make eye contact with him, I feel like you're like, okay, he knows who I am, and he knows I'm in front of him.
Do you think he really knows who you are? Or he's just like, who the hell is this
No,
guy?
dude.
He just keeps showing up and stealing my shit out of the box.
No, he's been. I have like Snapchat memories where he pops up, and from when he was a kitten, and I still lived here with my parents.
He was so small.
Dude, but he was such a cool cat. Like, I remember when I first moved out, I was like, oh, I'm going to miss Tommy because, like, no one around here really allows pets unless you either pay extra or it's in a really gross apartment where, like, you're like, oh, yeah, the previous owners had pets. I was like, yeah, I could fucking tell because it smells like shit or piss.
That's why
cat
you
piss,
need
nonetheless.
to get you a trailer, boy.
But, yeah, I remember when I first moved out, I'm like, I'm going to miss him. And then, like, a month later, I was like, this is my life. Like, I don't think about him really. And then he'll show up in my Snap memories. It'll literally be a video of me chilling on the couch, and he'll just be like sitting back like this, watching the TV with me. He'll just be chilling like this, bro, and I'll be like, this boy is faded. Because he's so stupid. I'm like, bro, Tommy's like perpetually on catnip.
He always looks like he's had at least 3 tabs of LSD. Always. His eyes are so large. He's just always like primal, seeing things that aren't there. Just like,
Let me see if I can find one, bro. He's so fucking funny though.
He's a cutie pie. But I know what you mean about not thinking about your cat. That's how it was when I had to move my cat out.
Mm-hmm.
My old girl Shumi. I had to move her out. I don't, in my day-to-day, I don't think about it, which makes me feel bad. But then I see a picture of her, and I'm like, I really wish that she was in my lap right now.
See, well, like, Tommy's not much of a cuddler just because he's a tuxedo. Because, like, you know, different breeds have different personalities.
He's also probably inbred a little bit.
Oh, for sure, bro. I mean, have you seen the size of his dad? His dad was, like, literally a gorilla cat. He's King Kong if he was a cat. But, fuck, dude, I gotta go way back.
Oh, did I send it to you? I saw the picture in my memories, I think a couple weeks ago, of you holding Tommy's dad.
Oh, Max?
Yeah, Max.
Max is a fucking hoss, bro.
That is a big-ass cat, dude.
That is a big-ass cat, bro.
He's a stud bull.
Hold on, it's gotta load.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
It's just him chilling next to me, sleeping while I'm watching some, like, brain rot.
He is literally out of his mind, bro.
There's one where he was sitting on my lap, like, reclined, and watching Impractical Jokers with me when he was a kitten. And I'm like, when I watched that, I almost cry. I'm like, bro, he was such a little boy.
Impractical Jokers, man. That's a touchy subject now.
That is.
Mr. Joe Gatto got himself into some hot water.
I've been seeing shit about fucking Murr, too, actually.
Yeah, I think Murr had a similar thing. I saw one conversation. Murr was like, I will totally wait for you for when you turn 18.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's still wrong, but, like, at least he didn't, like, say, Now send a pic from the front and send a pic from the back. And can you send a pic of you holding your right breast? You know, because like I heard Joe was like making requests like it was fucking chatterbait, and I was like, bro, that's not fucking cool.
Did you watch the video of the original chick's testimony though? I
think so.
She kind of seems like, I don't want to victim blame, but she kind of seems like a clout chaser a little bit. It could just be her personality, but the way she explains it, I don't know, man. If you've seen the video, you know what I'm talking about. But it just seems a little weird. She's like, so Joe took advantage of me. Yeah, it might be a coping mechanism, so I don't want to victim blame, but it's something to think about.
Bro, here's a picture of Max next to a 32 case of Kroger water.
Oh my god, dude.
He's so fucking... Oh, it's a 40 case, but still, he's like the same size, bro.
A 40 case, that makes it even worse, dude. He's big.
He's so huge. He's like... Oh my god.
He's like the size of a standard snare drum.
This is one of my favorite pictures of him.
Oh god.
No, dude, have I shown you my my home screen?
What's your home screen?
He sat himself there.
He put himself there?
Yeah. And it's even got like toxicity.
How did he get in there?
He just sat there.
Jump up?
It's a bookshelf. I mean, it's like this high.
Oh, okay. It's a short one?
Yeah.
I got confused. For some reason, I didn't realize that those were your records there. I thought he got up on one of the higher shelves in the house. I was like, how the hell did he do that?
No, he was sitting on top of toxicity. And I was like, that's kind of cool. So like that's my background. But no, dude, look how small he is here. He's just a little baby.
He's still got those big ass eyes though.
Yeah, he looks like
eyes.
a lemur. Caked, jazzed even.
Oh my, is that Moxie?
Yeah.
Moxie looks like she smoked with Snoop Dogg, bro. Straight up.
She's so... I love insulting her because then my mom gets offended.
Not my Moxie, Foxy Doxy.
I'm like, you're fucking ugly. She'll be like, don't say that!
The Moxie, Foxy Doxy.
Dude, don't.
It's Moxie, she's Foxy, she's Doxy, and she's in a hot boxy. Bars.
I still have that song stuck in my head. Like the chorus for Homicide is just going through my head right now. And then the Crystalia part.
Dude. I just passed the Snapchat memory from when I bit Tristan.
Oh my god. Do you want to tell that story?
Dude, you weren't even here for that, but
that shit there.
That night was legendary. I just remember
I wish I was there for that. I remember I got an invite and I had like work or something. I was like, no, bro, I can't make it. And then you text me the next morning, or no, I think it was like 20 minutes after it happened. You were like, I bit Tristan. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Dude, I remember it like so vividly. That's like, I was really drunk that night, but like I don't think I've ever had a more vivid memory while being that drunk, except for when I did that.
You don't forget biting your homie in the fat of his back. You don't forget that.
Hashtag never forget.
Never forget the day I bit Tristan in his back, bruh. Never forget.
Dude, all these fucking Tommy videos. He's so cute.
You gotta quit doom scrolling, bro.
I am doom scrolling.
You gotta focus on the pod. His whiskers, like relative to his head, were so big when he was little. It's crazy.
I know. I just gotta find the one video of him watching Impractical Jokers, like reclined on. Oh, here it is, bro. Look.
Then you can get off that damn
He fell asleep even.
Dude, I wish you would have. I wish that you would have got a really just good picture of that, because that would be a perfect shit post online.
He just looks up at you. He's like, "Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, yo, get me a beer."
And then he fell asleep, bro. He can't hang.
Tommy officially cannot hang,
bro, for real. And there he is, just sitting on my leg later. He's such a little goon, bro.
Dude, he will not sit on your leg anymore.
Oh, dude, look at this one.
Oh, look at that.
The big baby eyes. He's so cute, bro.
Every time you grab him now, it's like he's fighting for his life. He's like, no.
He just doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like, whoa.
I'm in the air now. Oh.
Dude, I remember when Moxie was still like getting potty trained, I used to take videos of her while she was shitting.
I remember that.
We'd have to go outside with her to make sure she did it, because you can't trust a bitch, bro.
You would.
You can't trust that baby girls, bro.
And no, I remember I'd be like, squeeze the cheese, Moxie, squeeze the cheese.
You used to send me them every time she would take a shit.
Dude, I've this I think it's Suit Peeve by System of a Down, where it's like, oh, one of Surge's like, big screams. I have a video of her shitting to that scream.
I think I remember that. You have it
It's
saved.
one of the video lives in my head rent free. I think about it like every couple weeks. I'll just be like, I have that somewhere on my phone. It's just with a little wiener dog just squeezing the cheese.
You know what I was listening to while we were lifting was Forest.
Dude,
I like that one a lot.
That's one thing like that bums me out. Is like I don't know why, but whenever I lift, I can only listen to Alice in Chains anymore. Like
Really?
for a while, I would rotate. Usually, like I'd pick an album or a couple albums to listen to. So I'd listen to like 2 The Sword albums, or I'd listen to like Life Is But a Dream, and then like something by Alice in Chains, or I'd listen to some Mammoth, and then it morphed into shuffling different playlists. So it'd either be my all Green Day playlist, my all 311, my all Alice in Chains, or my all Mammoth.
I can't just listen to one band when I lift.
Nah,
I
dude.
gotta have a little bit of Pantera. I gotta have some
Nah.
Slipknot, System, Limp
Dude,
Bizkit.
for me now, it's literally only Alice in Chains.
It's not Matt and Shane.
Dude, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be like in the middle of a fucking like bench press max and just
Drop it on your
he'd
neck,
just be like,
bro.
the fresh baby girls. I'd be like, what?
Dude, that clip is still so funny. Have you seen that one yet?
Which one?
The one where Shane is like, 17-year-olds, you mean the hottest girls on earth? And I'm like, whoa, okay.
Dude, and he says that shit. I'm just like, bro, how are you still like relevant?
It's really hard to get behind him when he says shit like that, dude.
I mean, considering he hasn't, he was technically already canceled once, but like considering
He's done his time.
he's done
bro.
his time,
He's
it's
done
like
his
you've got to
time.
know he's joking. And I mean, it's not like. We don't know, but as far as we know, there's no screenshots out there of him texting 16-year-olds saying like,
I'll send one from the back.
When do you graduate?
I will wait for you, kitten.
I promise I'll break up with my hot model girlfriend to be with you.
bro, his girlfriend is hot though.
Yeah, dude.
Funny guys for the win.
Funny guys for the win.
Funny guys for the win, bro. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, he's come back, man. He's fighting.
I'm so sad we didn't go up to Indy to see him instead of recording a stupid podcast.
Isn't he coming back around soon?
I don't know. I know. He was in Cincy back in like January, right? Is that what you said?
I think he did either Cincy then Indy or Indy then Cincy. They were
Yeah.
about the same time frame.
I just can't believe he's selling out arenas, bro. That shit's crazy.
It's crazy to look at the pictures because he's just one dude sitting, and then there's like 30,000 people.
Yeah,
all around
bro.
him.
And he's like fucking stupid. He's just like, oh, I need a Bud Light.
Somebody want to give me a beer?
So I crashed half a pack of BLs backstage, and now I feel like I have Down syndrome.
I love it when he makes the face. He's just.
And the grilled cheese joke is good. It's like, I was not making grilled cheese at night. I'm making them at night.
Dude, did you see when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast talking about when he slipped into the handicap section at like a ball game?
No.
He was blackout drunk, and he was like, I can just step over the barricade. And then he stepped over it, and when apparently he says when he's blackout drunk, he naturally is just like making his Down syndrome face. So then he's in the handicap section. Everybody was just like, okay, that checks out. That's cool. Which, like, yeah,
That's so funny, dude.
he does a really convincing Down syndrome face.
Oh yeah, bro. Obviously,
It's really
that's part of his
convincing.
thing, bro. Imagine if that was something that you were known for, is looking retarded but not being retarded.
That would be fire, bro.
Like, bro, that's like me. Is like being if I got famous for looking like Heisenberg but not being Heisenberg.
Not being Heisenberg.
It's like, yeah, guys, I'm not him, unfortunately.
It's like that guy that looks like Kurt Cobain. Have you got that guy in your feed?
No.
I can't remember the name of the band. Their music is like incredibly mediocre and mixed like shit. But the guy looks like Kurt Cobain. And every single video, the top comment says, "Close enough. Welcome back, Nirvana." Every
Dude,
single
those those
Every single one.
those comments fucking kill me though.
It's funny when you see them every now and then, but when it's every single post on this band's page. I wish I could remember what the hell they're called, because I'd give them a hot plug for all 5 people
Bro,
watching.
There's this one podcast where all they do is literally just find like stupid ass videos, and I can't show my search page.
No.
What you got hiding in there?
It's just all Darius, bro. It's
all
King Darius.
All brazzers.
No, dude, actually, slight or quick topic change. I've kind of been keeping a decent eye on the other Jokers' social medias, and it's funny. So like, I haven't actually checked Sal's, but obviously Joe has been like dead quiet. Murr just keeps posting pictures on his story of him with his wife. Every time they go to like dinner before a show,
I love my wife.
He'll just tag her, and she'll do the same thing, and that's all he's been posting. And then Q is about to like go on a Q themed cruise, and
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
my fucking man, bro. I've always loved Q. Q is
the
like,
man, bro.
he's the realist, bro. He's like, 38 lives alone, has 2 cats. I'm like, yeah, close enough.
Q and Joe were my favorites, but now Joe can't be my favorite, bro.
Dude,
swear
I'm gonna
to
be
Q
real.
and Sal.
I honestly thought something was always off about Joe. I was like, this guy has no shame. Why?
I saw that somebody had something mentioned. I was watching like an analysis of everything that's going on, and they were like, I guess the biggest red flag in hindsight was his lack of shame. And I'm like, well, I guess that kind of checks out, but it made for good
dude.
television.
I said that like, dude. Okay, the account I'm looking for is called "I Killed in the Comments," and it's dudes that review brain rot videos, or not brain rot, but like funny videos, I guess, of like someone like breaking their arm because they were trying to jump off a roof or something, or like someone that's like, I don't even know, it's just stupid shit, and it's like 3 or 4 guys, and then they just read the comments, and it's just like really fucking funny comments. Like, it was one time there was a dude in a turban playing guitar, and then they said, so one of the comments was like, Rage Against the Rajesh. But anyway, I just looked up Kill, because I think it's called "I Killed in the Comments" or something. I looked up Kill on Instagram, and it says call 911.
Oh my God.
So now it's like, okay, are you really gonna make me scroll through my fucking feed to find this shit?
Hey, can you do me a solid real quick?
Absolutely not.
Can you make sure that we're still recording, because the screen blacked out? I think we're still good, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to. Fuck. Okay, sit back down. I got it.
God, dude, how am I gonna find?
All right. Yep. We're good. I just freaked out. I was like, I hope we're recording. I changed it in my settings last time to not go black for like an hour, and I guess it just didn't get the memo. It was like, oh, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Dude. Oh, maybe it's called Cooked in the Comments? Yeah, that's what it is.
That sounds right.
Let me see if I can find a good video to show. Hold on,
Why
that's
that
not a
guy
good one.
got rat teeth, bro? That dude looks like an actual rat.
When they poop, let it dangle down, put it on the seat, hold it. I need answers. Would you be down to sing the comments?
Let's grip it and rip it.
Let's get it, baby. So first one, here we go.
Ask it to wait outside while you're pooping,
Oh my God, bro. Oh, I've seen that video before. That
Dude,
one
that
is so
video's
funny.
crazy.
For the benefit of the people watching, it's the clip where the guy throws the trash can on the dude's head.
Generational aura debt.
Okay, this has 2 likes. His new name is Oscar DeGrouch. Bro,
Oscar the Grouch.
this deserves 1,000 million.
That's funny, bro.
It's so funny, bro. Bro, have you
That
seen
guy
the
looks like Moby.
Have you seen the ones where people like remix songs to make them all about LeBron James?
We're gonna go down a rabbit hole, bro. You're gonna keep pulling your phone up
Dude,
and
this is-
doom scrolling.
So like, okay, just as a blanket statement, I am a Instagram reel purist. I will say, I don't even have TikTok.
Fuck TikTok.
I had TikTok installed for like 4 years, but I probably, if you look like at the cumulative time that I actually spent in the app, it was probably like one whole day. I was almost never on it. And but I have a coworker that he's a lot, we're pretty similar in terms of like the shit we find funny, except he's always on TikTok and I'm always on Reels.
Oh shit.
So like 3 or 4 times a day we'll walk so a total of 6 to 8 times, either I walk over to his desk or he walks over to mine, and we show each other like 2 or 3 Reels or TikToks. And and sometimes we send each other stuff too. And one day he sent me like 3 TikToks from the same account of this guy that makes remixes of songs about LeBron. Let me see if I can find it. You just got to hear one of them because they're so fucking stupid. But it's at the same time, it's like, why does it work?
On the topic of Instagram Reels, I keep getting that page that will show car crashes that are definitely fatal. And the caption he puts is like, "Don't worry, it's just a fender bender. Everybody is okay." And the car is like engulfed in flames.
Bro, is it a bad thing if I low-key enjoy those videos? I like them, so they show up in my feed again.
Like, they're cool to watch, but also you're like, shit. Somebody just died.
Yeah, true.
God, see, this is why I grabbed the toilet paper roll, dude. I knew that my nose was going to get runny, and I knew that I was
here we
gonna
go.
have to blow it. Is that Band Lab?
I think so.
That's definitely Band Lab. What the fuck?
Hold on, let me find a different one. It's got to be one where it like talks about LeBron like straight up.
I wish that had funnier auto-tune on it.
Oh, he's LeBron James. He's the best in the world on and off of the court. And I can't help but to glaze. No, I can't help but to glaze when I hear his name. What a beautiful finals. What a beautiful finals when the Lakers win the playoffs in the NBA. He's the one they call LeBron.
What the fuck, dude? What the hell is that shit?
LeBron James.
I wish the auto-tune was funnier. Can you imagine if it was like, I'm LeBron?
Dude, it's ridiculous how
It's
shit
so
like
ridiculous,
that.
dude.
Well, this one takes off, bro.
But we have like 10 monthly listeners on Spotify, bro.
Oh man, this shit's good.
I gotta crack mine open yet. I've been sipping on this white.
This is
Monster,
an
bro.
Aldi generic brand, so Aldi's brand of Celsius.
What flavor do you have again? It's something in like star
Pineapple
asshole.
and star fruit. I think this is supposed to be kind of like the Celsius tropical vibe.
chocolate star fruit. Let's see.
Chocolate star fruit
Mine is called.
and the hot dog flavored star fruit.
Mine is called Peach Waves. The brand appears to be Summit.
That's the name of their Red Bull brand too, I think. But their Monster brand is called Gridlock.
I've seen that. That's okay. That's just okay.
Me and Tim tried the green one the other day, which I'm assuming it's called like not Ultra Paradise because that's the Monster flavor, but something Paradise. And so I assumed it'd be the same thing, but to me it tasted really apple-y, and I don't remember the Monster, the green Monster tasting that apple-y.
No.
But
Not even close.
I don't know. I feel like if I did a side-by-side comparison, they'd be more similar, but I haven't had the green Ultra Monster in a long time, so it's possible that my taste buds are just dog shit, but is that good?
This one is really good. How's yours?
I don't know, man. You want to swap spit?
Hell yeah, baby. Kiss me hot on the mouth.
I got to give it the sniff test. It smells just like a Celsius.
Yeah, it doesn't taste quite like a Celsius, but the peach flavor is really nice.
I feel like a Celsius is more carbonated
Yeah.
and maybe even a little sweeter.
You can tell that these don't have like the Celsius blend in it because it doesn't have that distinct Celsius taste. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm an energy drink.
Dude, okay, I know we said we weren't going to like talk about brands because we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Fuck it.
But I fucking love Aldi, bro.
Aldi is the shit, dude. I don't care. I will plug Aldi for free.
Dude, you don't even know Aldi though until you go to an Aldi other than the Aurora Aldi.
I've been to the Florence one. I think.
Oh, really?
I think there's one in Florence. Yeah, that one's pretty nice. As
I'm trying to think of where it is.
Florence or somewhere.
Oh
in
yeah, it's
Kentucky.
right. It's like right across the street from I think Firehouse and Drake's.
I don't remember. I know that it's somewhere in.
It's by the Half Price
Kentucky.
Books.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I
I
like
went.
that
I
one.
went there when I skipped class in college once.
You are a bad little bitch.
But no, dude, I love Aldi. The one thing I will say is like their prices are great, and like for stuff that you can't bullshit, you know, like produce. It's like produce is produce. It's like their produce
don't
prices
know.
are really good,
I've had bad luck with Aldi's produce.
dude. But it's not just Aldi. I think because I've had really bad luck with Kroger produce. Like I've had
don't get
a
it
few bad things of.
I don't
Aldi
get that
produce.
from JC. My apples will last like a week and a half from JC, but my
Well, apples are apples, bro. I'm talking more like berries. Berries, I feel like when it comes to fruit, berries are the things that go bad the worst.
I
and
still
the
don't get
quickest.
that at JC. If I buy a pack of strawberries at Aldi, they're moldy 2 days later. If I buy them at JC, it takes like, I don't know, 5 days.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my Kroger. But what I was gonna say is that the generic brand stuff at Aldi is crazy, bro. Because like
Mm-hmm.
they have like all their like I mean the stuff. Some of the stuff they have that's aimed to be kind of like the equivalent of Kroger Private Selection or like Boar's Head. Like some of the stuff that's aimed to be the nicer stuff. Some of it is really good. Like Kroger or Aldi has really good cheeses, really good dips. Their chips, honestly, it's a hot take, but I really think that Aldi's generic potato chips are like. I'm not a big chip guy, but I love their potato chips compared to.
Their generic Doritos are really good too.
I haven't had those in a long time, but I've had them
They're
before.
So good.
But the one thing like my biggest knock on Aldi's, not
that
quality. No, I'm just
Okay.
fidgeting.
I was about to say,
Um,
I gotta take my pouch out. I
uh,
don't want to throw it in the can because I'll miss.
Bro, it's right there. You have another Shaq moment.
All right, bro. Here we go.
Going for the 3 buckets.
Put me on the fucking team.
Shaquille O'Neal just came in for Shaquille O'Neal. That's
E-Dizzle.
Shaq came in for Shaq.
Yo, dizzle, baby. I hit the threes.
But no, like the biggest knock I have on all these generic brands, I don't know if it's generic or private label is a technical term, but like they have their own version of Oreos, and I don't know what it was aside from what I'm about to mention. Something else was off, but the thing that I always thought was the most off about their Oreos versus real Oreos is for some reason theirs seemed to be more crispy.
Mm-hmm.
Like more of a crunch, a little harder to bite into, and I always thought that was weird. So that's like whenever mom would buy, because my mom doesn't even shop at Kroger anymore. Like when she needs something from Kroger that she knows isn't at Aldi, she asks us to get it because she knows that Sam and I will. I mean, I only get like 5 things there. I'm religious with the turkey jerky that they make because it's like $3 a bag.
It's pretty good.
It's insane macros, so I can't live without it. But yeah, for some reason it's like the Oreos, it's just like embedded in my mind. So like I don't eat Oreos anymore anyway, because I saw a clip a couple months ago where it's like some health nut was like, this is why you shouldn't eat Oreos. And
reason number 1.
no, it wasn't even one. It was one reason. Because if you put a blowtorch to it for 60 seconds, nothing changes.
What the fuck?
It doesn't even catch fire. It doesn't melt. It is still perfectly intact. That's why I will never put an Oreo in my body ever again.
Bro, if I ever have to charge into a house that's burning, I'm gonna cover myself in fucking Oreos. And I'll probably
Just
be fine.
duct tape them to you, bro. The duct tape would melt, but hey, you're protected by the Oreo.
I'm going in, boss.
Bro, imagine Oreo Man as a superhero.
You know what I'm thinking
You
about?
you could put a fucking Oreo into a shotgun and take a motherfucker out.
Do you know what I'm thinking about right now?
Oreos?
No. I'm thinking about, well, kind of Oreos. I'm thinking about that scene in Spider-Man 2 when he loses his powers and goes into the burning house. What if he was just covered in Oreos?
Dude, what if... Okay, What if it wasn't even like you had to cover yourself in Oreos?
You hold
Buckets.
one.
No.
Hell yeah, bro. Give me 5.
No. I'm not touching you.
Fuck you.
No, what if it's like you didn't even have to cover yourself in Oreos, but it was like Mario with the mushrooms. You just eat a Oreo and you like level up.
Or like Kirby.
Okay, inhale it like Kirby and then just start throwing them like discs. Bing, 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 bing. Dude.
And then you're flame retardant.
Kirby is fucking underrated, I feel like. Like, I don't know. I'm not in the Nintendo community, but...
High key, fuck the Nintendo community.
Well, no.
I like
no,
their
not
games, bro.
No,
but,
dude,
like,
it should be the opposite, bro.
You
The
think?
company itself is
well,
so greedy.
Fuck the company too, and fuck the people.
Did you hear about the prices of the Switch 2 games?
Yeah, they're going up to like $80.
Dude, I think they're going up to 90.
90?
$89.99.
You gotta be shitting
And they
me.
never go on sale. Like, that's the whole thing, is that Nintendo games never go on sale. So there's
until
gonna
like a decade later.
No,
Yeah.
dude, not even then. I don't think a single... I mean, I don't know. My brother has a Switch and he doesn't really use it, but... I've heard from
I think
other people.
I got rid of my Switch Lite. I had one and I just,
Oh, I forgot about that. I
was
remember
like-
we used to squat up on Fortnite on that thing.
I don't remember who I gave it to, but
I think you said you gave it to... I remember you telling me you gave it to someone, but I don't remember who.
I don't remember who either. If you got it, DM me. Because I can't remember.
I don't want it back. I just want to insult you for taking it.
Yeah, fuck. Somebody gave it to me, and I
It
felt...
wasn't Lex, was it?
No, it was...
No, Lex sold Sam his.
No, it wasn't Lex. It was one of my buddies from high school that I think just got a normal Switch and was like, "Hey, I don't need this." It was a little bit after graduation, and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna stop by. Do you want this?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I'll take it." I used it for a little bit, and then I realized that I never fucking touched the thing. I'm either gonna play my Xbox or play my Oculus, and that thing is gonna sit in the corner collecting dust. I didn't touch it for like 2 months. I wish I could remember who I gave it to.
Dude, you know what I've been wanting to get back into is my 2DS.
Oh, I forgot about that. The 2D and the 3DS.
Just because when we moved back in December, I had to empty out because my old bed has the drawers in my old bedroom when I was living here, and there's shit in the drawers, and Tim was gonna use the old bed frame and the mattress, and so I emptied everything out, and that's where I kept my DS and my Game Boy Advance, some Wii games, pretty much all my old Nintendo shit, and then a lot of the other stuff was like graph paper, because when I was like in middle school, I used to draw on graph paper all the time and make like mosaic shit. It was actually kind of cool. I've been low-key been wanting to get back into that.
I used to draw Stickman Wars. That's what I used to draw. I was in like 5th grade.
Did you also used to make grilled cheese at night?
Never at night. I made grilled cheese at night. No, but I would draw like, I would make one side have a big cliff with a sniper on it. And then I would make
Sniper monkey.
I basically just drew like D-Day every time, where there's like there's a big cliff up here, and then the other team is trying to get up on the cliff, and then I would draw them like getting hit, like different poses and stuff. I would do that for hours. I was like, I need to make the perfect Stickman War. I wish I could find them.
Yeah, bro. I could probably find some of the mosaic stuff. I know I didn't throw it out, but I don't know if I like buried it somewhere here or if it's at home. But
I think I threw all of mine out, unfortunately.
they're priceless pieces of art, bro. How could you do that? They could be worth millions.
I hoard so much stuff.
I think
It's kinda
everybody does
ridiculous.
these days, dude, if I'm being real.
It's also just kind of in my DNA. Everybody in the family's like, I
Nah,
have this
bro.
from like 1948. And I'm like, whoa.
I definitely think it's a generational thing. Like, I feel like now, out of all generations, is when people hoard the most. Like, our generation. Or maybe it
Everything-
skips generations. 'cause,
Everything's
like,
got a memory. That's my problem. Everything has
Yeah.
a memory associated with it, and you don't want to forget that memory.
no, I definitely agree. Like, when I moved, I had bourbon bottles that I kept when I finished the bottle, and I took them with me in the move, but it's like they're literally doing nothing but collecting dust. But no, anyway, with the 2DS and the Game Boy Advance, I have all my old Pokemon games. Woo! And especially with the 2DS games, I've been low-key wanting to get back into those, but it's just like I know I did pretty decent on them, so like I don't want to erase the saves. Because you can't in Pokemon, you can't have multiple saves, at least as far as I know. With that generation, you might be. I think you can on Switch. You can have like 3 saves, But when it was on the DS and the Game Boys, it's one save, and you would overwrite every time you saved. And it's like, I don't want to start from scratch because there's like mystery gift. Oh, do you know what that is?
No.
A lot of the time, like at launch, they would more or less drop like a limited edition, like actual Pokemon for the game. So like you would get it in the game only within a certain time window. And then if you if you missed it, you were fucked. And back in the day when it was just Game Boy, you're kind of screwed because it was wireless, almost like Bluetooth. Because my brother and I, we both had Game Boys, and we had like to like trade Pokemon. We had a cabled one, and then we had a wire.
There's a cable that links.
We had a wireless one too, and then when it came to I think either the DSi or the 3DS/2DS, they enabled Wi-Fi on them.
I think it was the DSi first because the PictoChat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So once you did that, or once that came out, you were able to download the mystery gift Pokemon from like the Pokemon server when you opened the game. And it's like, that's the thing I'm worried about is if I want to restart or if I just want to play. Like, I mean, if I play and don't restart, obviously I'm fine. But like at the same time, it's like then I'd just be doing exactly what I did, and the reason why I quit playing in the first place, because it's like I've been playing this game for whatever 20 hours. I have 20, 30, 40 hours in this game. It's like I've already completed it, or I'm just bored. It's like I'm not going to just sit around and ride my bike and enter caves for like 8 hours a day. So it's like the only thing that makes sense is restarting it, but it's like I'm not going to I don't.
You got to keep the memories.
Well, like I don't know. I think I only have one mystery gift, maybe. I'm trying to think of which one of the games I bought at launch or like right around launch, and that's when I got my 2DS. And then one of the games, I think it was
Pause.
What?
When we hit an hour, would you be open to a pee break, and then we can put a cut in the video? Because we're at 51 minutes now, and
I don't need to piss.
I have to pee so bad. And we're back.
Yep. Okay. So when you first got up to go pee, I got on Instagram because I'm fucking retarded.
You got to immediately doom scroll.
Nah, dude, but you gotta listen to this, dude. This is our local I don't want to say that. I don't want to be mean, but it's it's our local small, super small town news channel. They're like online news, and
our local idiots.
No, I mean maybe, I don't know. But no, we just had a lot of rain around here because we're in the Midwest, and a bunch of storms have been hitting like in the last week or two, and April showers, and they posted a video. I'm not gonna reveal the location, but it's a dude in a white Dodge truck driving through water that's like 3 feet high. So like obviously his engine's getting fucked.
Oh yeah.
And the news site their headline is, "This guy in blank isn't smart."
Oh my god.
Did you read that, dude?
I didn't read it. Oh yeah, I see the town
And-
now.
and
that
the-
makes sense for that town.
The sound they put over the reel, the Instagram reel, go figure it's an Instagram reel because I'm an addict. The song or the sound they put over it is Kid Rock, "You Ain't Ever Met a Motherfucker Like Me."
Fucking Kid Rock, dude.
I'm like, bro, that's the most white trash song you could have put over a local. Like, we're already a small town. A lot of us are white trash. Like,
hell yeah, baby.
you didn't have
born and raised.
God, dude.
I feel like
come on.
I feel like Kid Rock is gonna come up in all of these episodes. For the benefit of the people watching, you'll probably never see it, but in the first like test episode we did, we started the episode with Kid Rock.
Dude, actually though, speaking of Kid Rock, I told you about the shit he did with Trump the other week.
Yeah, we saw it while we were in the gym.
Yeah, fucking Kid Rock is a or I don't even know. Like, obviously he's not a fucking politician or a government worker, so it's like not like he signed the bill. But like,
goddamn, I
Trump,
wish he'd be president.
Trump signed, I think, some kind of like executive order or a bill to stop.
To make Kid Rock president.
It was like instead of the Pledge of Allegiance, kids will sing Bawataba in the morning.
Ba with the ba da bang da bang da. Looking at the flag, bro.
Can you imagine?
My name is Kid. They gotta hold it the whole time. You got kids passing out in the classroom. You gotta do it. You gotta do the
they
whole
signed
thing.
they signed a thing, or Trump signed a EO or a bill to stop price gouging. Most namely, I think with Ticketmaster. I don't know if it's like price gouging from the suppliers or if it's ticket scalping, but either way, it's supposed to like basically at the presidential level do what Pearl Jam tried to do.
I remember that back in the day, they were like, "Fuck Ticketmaster."
Yeah,
We're
bro.
gonna
Low
play
key
small
though, like
venues.
fuck Ticketmaster.
Fuck Ticketmaster.
I mean, to be fair, our 311 tickets are a good fucking deal. We just got to get there early so we get to where we want to be. But there's been some times where I've really wanted to go to a concert, but I'm like, that is way too fucking
ridiculous, especially with the fees on top.
Yeah, like
the
can
breathing fee, the oxygen.
You, can you? I can't even think off the top of my head of a show that we didn't go to because of the prices, but I know there's one out there.
There's been a lot of shows that I didn't go to. I think one of them was when Slayer was doing their supposedly last tour. I was gonna go, but the tickets were so expensive, even for the lawn. They were like $100 for the lawn. I was like, I'm not fucking paying that.
Yeah. Well, I just wish there was like a price limit. Because I mean, I've never bought tickets and then resold them through Ticketmaster or like Live Nation.
No, neither have I. If I can't go, I just cut my losses
Well,
and have a friend go.
Well, like what I wish, and like I said, I don't know how it works, but I feel like there should be a price limit that resellers can sell at. Because I know when Creed came to Cincinnati last August, I remember like all the tickets sold out immediately at Riverbend, and people are reselling their lawn tickets. I mean, lawn tickets at Riverbend almost always are like $30 without fees, which is pretty reasonable. Like I like going to Riverbend. I like going to cheap shows. Like
the highest that I've seen for lawn tickets, aside from the Slayer show, is like $50 at Riverbend.
Did I tell you what the Creed ones were?
Hit me.
Well, wait, what were the Slayer ones?
The Slayer ones, I think, were like 80 to 100.
Yeah, dude, the Creed ones started at like $98. Like $90.98, and I was like, dude, I mean there's people that have money for that. Like I could have done it. It's more just like how valuable is it to you?
Yeah,
but it's just like
for the lawn.
I'm not going to pay 300% of the price. I'm not doing that.
Ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
That's just not smart to pay that unless you absolutely have to go.
Unless you had to get like your appendix removed right when the fucking tickets went on sale and you intended to buy the tickets in the first place and you're like, fuck it, add it to my bill. But no, if you're like one of those people that's like, oh, this could be fun, and you're like, oh, they're $100, and then it's like, if you're smart, you'll say like, oh no, fuck no, I don't need to seem that bad.
I'll catch them on the next time around.
That shit pissed me off. But no, dude, you know, I'm kind of been bummed about how little concert tickets I have so far this year. The only concert like I've bought tickets to so far is 311. I don't think I'm gonna make it to BTR.
I don't think I'm gonna make it either. But Sis already got her tickets.
Yeah, I know. I remember she told us, she's like, "Oh, my friend's dad bought them, and I'm paying him back on my next paycheck." I'm like, "Well, Ethan Hopper's been." He hasn't been really pestering me, but I remember his brother sent me a like a Instagram reel.
Side note, you said you don't like the red ones?
It's all right.
You're tripping. This is awesome.
White Monster is the only thing that ever enters my body.
Well, yeah, of course the white one is the best flavor, but dude, I mean...
Of course?
Of course.
Excuse you.
Of course White Monster is the best flavor.
White Monster supremacy.
Cut! I'm gonna get fired.
But, no, dude, I don't know. I didn't really care for the red one. I really like the White Monster flavor the most. It tastes just like White Monster.
Yeah, but dude, this is so good.
Maybe it's not. But Yeah, no, Ethan's brother sent me a meme the other day. I was like, fuck, bro, I don't think I'm going to make it. And he literally just reacted with the thumbs down. I was like, sorry, bro. But
I keep getting paranoid that this is going to tip over. I just got to tell myself that it's not.
It's
going
not.
to.
It's not going to. It's not going to. It's not going to.
It's not gonna tip. It's not gonna tip. It's not gonna tip.
But no, I really want to. I don't know if I want to go to Creed with Mammoth or not, because like seeing Mammoth and Daughtry and Creed would be like
It's a good show.
would be like the goofy side of me, the passionate side of me, and the 8-year-old me all coming together. Because like when I was like in 3rd grade, Daughtry was my shit. Like in 8th grade, that would have been what, 2009? Like 2009, Daughtry was low key peak, bro. He really was. And
I never got that into Daughtry.
really.
Yeah, I never did.
No, dude, I remember like in like 4th grade or 3rd grade, we were doing like, you know, some stupid fucking 3rd grade activity. It wasn't like show and tell, but it's just like one of those things where it's like everybody shares something about themselves. And I remember writing down one of my my favorite song was a Daughtry song. Like that's how much I loved Daughtry as a kid. Like those first is mainly just the first 2 albums that came out when I was a kid, like a really little kid. Those 2 albums were. Have you ever heard the song he did with Slash?
I don't know if I have or not.
It's actually really good,
Is
bro.
it?
Yeah, I would play it, but I don't want to get copyrighted for that. But
With Slash, it's a toss-up. You never know.
no, it's a good song. I mean, Chris has a really good voice. Have you heard his cover of Hunger Strike?
I have heard that. You showed me that once.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
The only thing I don't like about it is just that since Chris has such a great range, it's not, his voice is more, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but like, you know, like when Chris Cornell sings it, it's like turning an amp up to 11.
Oh, yeah.
But like when Chris Daughtry sings it, it's more just like, oh, this is just him hitting the note. Like Chris Cornell, it's like that dude is about to shit his pants. He's squeezing that note out.
That dude will hit the note and then crank it up a notch while he's hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Cornell was like unparalleled.
Yeah,
There's
everybody's.
still
I
to
know.
this day, there's never been another person like
Rick
Chris Cornell.
Beato is always like, he was the Robert Plant of the '90s. I'm like,
Yeah,
he was. I
pretty
mean,
true.
at first when I remember I watched. I don't remember what video it was. It was a long time ago, that video, but I remember he said that. I was like, he doesn't sound anything like Robert Plant. But I was like, okay, well, in terms of like singing
you gotta
style,
put it into perspective.
Because
Grungy
I think-
Robert Plant.
yeah, because I think Robert Plant would be considered a tenor. Does that sound right?
I have no fucking.
I think
idea.
he's a
I know
tenor.
he's not a soprano.
No, definitely not. But I think their ranges were similar, and the way they overdrove their voices was similar. It's just Robert's voice had more of a treble sound to it, but he was still. I think their ranges were still pretty similar.
They were either tenors or altos. One of those.
Let me look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's tenor.
Because I think like Johnny Cash is considered a baritone.
Yeah,
so
for
then-
sure.
So I guess they.
Or
would be tenor.
maybe I'm thinking of Lane Staley as a tenor.
I think that sounds about right.
What is Robert Plant's voice?
Such a strange.
He's a tenor.
He's a tenor.
Yeah.
So then Chris Cornell.
Let me look up Chris Cornell.
He's probably also a tenor because he's not a soprano. I know that. Is anybody
Chris
like-
Cornell. It says he was known for his baritone voice.
I don't think he's known for his baritone voice at all. I mean, he has it. He has that low register, but I think
Yeah.
he's well known for getting up high. I don't think that's accurate. I think somebody like Andy Vedder.
You know what song is a fucking banger
What's
and like
that?
gives me chills when Chris hits the high notes is Pushing Forward Back.
That's a very good one.
That is a really good song.
You know what I've really been into is it was their first single through Sub Pop. It's called Hunted Down,
What's Sub Pop?
a label out of Seattle.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was what they went through and Nirvana went through, and I think like Melvins and Temple of the Dog also.
Okay.
They just like a big Seattle label before all of them hit it really big. So they put their first single out through Sub Pop, and it's called Hunted Down, and it's pretty good. The production
chills,
sounds
bro.
like shit. I see you. You're like.
It's not even
tweeting
that
over
cold
there.
in here.
No, it's pretty hot in here actually. I had to take my flannel off.
Yeah.
But the recording of it sounds like dog shit. The guitar sounds like it's my Altoid amp that I have.
yeah.
It sounds like the guitar is being played through that. You can't hear the bass at all. The mix is shit, but the song is really good, despite how basic it is. I've been really into that one for quite some time. And I've really been on a big Audio Slave kick, too. I really like Audio Slave, at least their first couple albums. By the time they got around to their third album, you could tell that Chris was on a downward trend because he didn't sound so good by then. But it's
when I
good.
see clips of them like from anything past like even in the Audio Slave days, it's like it just he doesn't look as powerful singing it live, and it just kind of takes the magic away. But like back in the 90s, like at Pink Pop and all that shit, it's like when he was hitting those high notes, then
doing the stomp during Outshined, bro.
Yeah.
That dude was
It
crazy.
says Lane Staley had a 4-octave range
Yeah.
and was a dramatic tenor or a high baritone.
I think he would be like Freddie Mercury, too.
No.
Yeah, because Freddie Mercury was known for his 4-octave range. He could get
Yeah,
low,
but
he could
not
high.
like no. Lane Staley was a league of his own, bro. Like Chris Cornell was Chris Cornell, but people are able to compare him to Robert Plant, and you can't compare Lane Staley to anyone. You really can't.
Fair enough.
The just his tone and his range,
His
and-
emotion, too.
oh, it's absolutely nuts. Like, I've at this point, like, you know, everybody always talks about bands they wish they could go back and see, like, back in time.
They're
like-
on the list. Alice in Chains is on
Oh,
the list.
dude, it's like, I mean, I got
Even Mad Season. I'd see that.
yeah. I mean, I got to see Van Halen twice, and there's so much footage out there because you got to think that Eddie Van Halen's career was like he didn't die. I mean, he died kind of young, but he didn't die in the middle of his career, or didn't reach his biggest battles in the middle of his career. Like in the middle of his career, he got a new lead singer and then had 4 #1 albums. You know, but like with Alice in Chains, it's like they had 2 insanely great albums and a good EP and a second good EP, and then by the last album you're like, okay, even in the studio this guy sounds like he's dying. And it's just like if I could go back to a specific year, very specifically, it'd probably be like spring or I guess winter, meaning like January and February of 1992 or 93, because that would have been right before Green Day dropped Dookie. That would have been right after Primus's first 3 albums.
Yeah, and then
That
at
would have
that
been-
point, Nevermind is out. The Black Album is out.
Yeah, and then right
Pearl
after
Jam's
Dirt,
10.
right after Dirt.
Right after Dirt,
and-
Pearl Jam's 10 is out. Everybody's
Yeah.
on the top of their shit.
Well,
Red
and-
Hot Chili Peppers are kicking off.
Yeah, I mean, Blood Sugar Sex Magic was 91, right, or 90.
One of those two. Yeah.
And but no, the
Korn.
biggest thing, the point I was getting to is that I think it's 93, Alice in Chains was touring with Van Halen for the Fuck album
No shit.
tour. And
Oh, that's
so
right. I've
if-
seen
if-
footage from that.
Yeah, so
of them
I was
fucking
like,
around
if
on stage.
I could see Lane Staley sing and, you know, belt it out, and then see Eddie Van Halen shred in the same, like, that is just absolutely intangible.
We're
bro.
never going to have an era like that again.
Never, ever.
Probably
Like,
never.
that's 2 of the most talented musicians of all time playing together. And the fact that one of them was opening for them and they weren't even co-headlining is just absolutely nuts, dude.
It's funny seeing the videos where they're just fucking with each other on stage, too, because you could tell that those guys were buddies.
Yeah. Well, dude, you know, the thing I like, my favorite little tidbit is if you watch, this is actually a long story. I might as well just tell it. But there, I guess back in 1990 or 91, that's when Eddie dropped the Ernie Ball Music Man EVH signature. And when they were touring with Alice in Chains, he gifted a gold top one, because all of the signature guitars were like quilt tops, you know, with the translucent color. Like I think there's the amber, natural, purple. I've seen some pink ones out there, blues, really beautiful guitars. And he gave I think a solid gold top. I think it was a solid gold top to Jerry Cantrell.
I've heard of that before, yeah.
Yeah, and
I've heard
someone,
of that.
so he gave it to him as a gift while they were on tour, like at the end of the tour. And then I think in like 2001 or 2002, maybe it was a little before or after, give or take a few years, someone stole it from Jerry, and then in like 2018 or 2019 or some
It
shit.
just resurfaced.
No, people on the internet tracked it down.
No shit.
And found it and got it back, and then he used it to play wood just like he did back in the day. Because back in, like, if you look at videos from like 93 or 94 when they would play the song Wood, he would always use that guitar. And so yeah, he was like, "Oh, I just wanted to say thank you to the very special people in the audience tonight. This guitar was given to me as a gift from Edward a long time ago, and someone stole it, and they tracked it down and gave it back to me, and it's back in the right hands of the right owner again, blah, blah, blah." And they used it to play it, and I was like, this is fucking awesome.
That's
like that's like the one of those moments where it's like the internet is the best thing to ever happen to this world, but then you get back on Instagram and then you're like, all right, let's drop a nuke on the entire planet.
You know what I keep getting in my Instagram feed, and I don't know why I keep getting this, because I don't interact with it and I don't feel this way about the content, but I keep getting really anti-Semitic videos in my Instagram feed. Do you get those too?
No.
It'll be videos of like how to unlock 0% interest rate, and it'll be videos of Jewish people like signing papers. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. Why is this in my feed? I keep getting them. And then all the comments are like, when you know the truth, it's called racist. I'm like, no, you're just a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Dude, that's nuts. Now you make me want to open Instagram.
I keep getting those, dude. I keep getting those videos in my feed. Put your goddamn phone down, bro.
Shaq is opening for Shaq.
Shaq is opening for
I still
Shaq.
had that up, bro. That's so funny. Got Shaq coming in for Shaq, and Shaq is subbing in for Shaq.
You know what's been throwing me for a loop recently, man?
What?
Every time I wake up and I look in the mirror, I don't recognize myself because of the haircut.
No.
It's every morning, and I've had this haircut as of yesterday. It's been a week.
Oh shit, yeah.
As of
a week. I feel like it's been longer already. I'm used to it.
I'm not used to it, man. I'm not. Every time I wake up, I look in the mirror and I go to feel the back of my head, and I'm like, it's all gone.
Dude, what about showers though? I bet your showers are so much quicker.
Oh yeah, dude. That was actually something I wanted to talk about. I thought about it while I was in the shower. I was like, I can get done in like less than 5 minutes now.
That's how
'Cause
I am.
I still like to condition my hair
Yeah.
just to keep it soft.
When
but
I had hair,
now
I
I don't
did.
have to. Now I don't have to. If I can get away with doing it like every other day or every couple days. When I had it long, I had to use like a whole handful of shampoo, wash every single little bit. Just doing my hair would take me like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I have to let the conditioner sit, and it's just a pain in the ass. But now it's nice and quick and easy. So I like that part of it, but I don't like wearing the clothes that I normally wear and looking in the mirror and I go, I don't look cool anymore. I look like a douchebag. I look like an idiot right now, especially when I have my earrings in.
Dude, I said that like I think I was telling Sam about the haircut like the day it happened. I was like, it's like, yeah, it looks pretty good, but when he has the earring in, he looks like a douchebag.
I look like a mega douche. I'm so glad that I have to take him out at work because, I mean, it's already going to be bad enough that I'm working in law enforcement and I'm going to slick my hair back. So I'm going to look like a mega douchebag already. If I had my earrings in while I was working, I don't think anybody would listen to me.
You look like a fucking idiot, dude. Imagine pulling someone over and you're just like, who the hell is this?
Hey,
loser?
man, I need your license and your registration.
straight line?
I need you to take 9 steps forward, heel to toe, and turn around and do the same thing.
Can you say the alphabet backwards, my friend?
Hey, man, can you follow my finger real quick, bro? Just between me and you, bro. By the way, this is all being recorded on body cam. No, but
Bro, you know
it's
what you
been
should
an
do once you get a
adjustment.
body cam is start rapping homicide.
Just turn it on while I'm cruising around, and I'll be like,
Use too many napkins.
Thought grab us like an addict with a semi-automatic hooded headed and ready for anybody to buck back. Hello, Chief.
and then turn it off.
This one's for you, Chief.
No, but it's been an adjustment. Everybody tells me that it looks fine, but I still feel like it looks like shit.
Dude, I remember watching the Facebook Live of it happening, and I just kept commenting, I'm like, bro, his face is priceless, and you're probably there, like, traumatized, and I'm like...
Dude, I was in shock. The whole time that he was cutting my hair, I was in shock, because I didn't even get a second to breathe. Like, I sat down, and I was just chilling, and all of a sudden, he took the clippers and went, nah, across the back of my head, and I was like... No! No, what happened?
No, dude, I remember, I think I have like 2 or 3 minutes of that video recorded. I think I sent it to you. I was like, bro, you look like a fucking loser.
It was crazy because we were doing it on the band's Facebook.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be funny during it, but as soon as it happened, I couldn't talk. My dad kept trying to get me to talk. He was like, where are we at? And I was like, you say it. I can't talk right now.
I remember you saying that.
It's like, I can't talk right now. Like, I thought that I was going to be fine because I had a lot of time to prepare. I kind of did my hair last minute. Like, I got it cut Friday. I started Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like 2 days after that to get used to it. But I thought that I was going to be fine because I gave myself like almost an entire week's time to prepare. And I thought that I would be okay, but I was definitely not. As soon as it was happening, I couldn't think. You know, like when you get a little too drunk and everything is just kind of foggy. That's what happened as soon as he made the first cut. I was like,
you're going to black out, bro.
That's what it felt like.
No, dude. I remember vividly when I shaved my head. Like, I remember the reason I did it is because I didn't go through like a deep Reddit phase, but there's like a part of my routine where probably about 2 years ago I was checking Reddit like 1 or 2 times a day, and one of the Reddits I was in was r/balding because I was a balding young man. For those who don't know, I'm 23 and I don't have like much hair left. So anyway, yeah, I joined r/balding. And it was always like these dudes that I feel like we're in the same boat as me. Like I don't think I'm ugly. Like I'm not a stud, but like I know like I'm not butt ugly. And all the time it would be dudes that I feel like were as attractive or just as, you know, around the same level of looks as me, who had terrible hairlines or a crown balding like I did. And they were, again, like, some of them were older, some of them were younger because, you know, everybody's genetics are different. But sometimes it'd be like a 27-year-old who had like a similar hairline and balding pattern to me. And he's like, is now the time to do it? Should I call it? And then all the comments are like, yeah, bro, you should have done that 5 years ago. And I was like, damn, all right. And then I just remember eventually seeing, because then like a lot of people would post after pics. And I'd be like, holy shit, he looks way better. So I remember
it was the same case for you.
Yeah,
dude. As soon as it was gone, I was like, yeah, immediately you look way better.
Well, that was also, yeah, the other thing too I always forget about is that like, when I first shaved my head, I was still chunky. So like even then, I think then it made me look more like a goober. But now it's like, I think I'm like, all right, now that I've lost a bunch of weight and like I take care of myself and I groom myself, I was like, it actually looks pretty good.
You're like Mr. Clean Jr., bro.
Nah, bro. Well, so here's the funny thing. My coworker is me and my coworker. We both have type 1 diabetes, and we're the same height. I always joke that I'm taller than him because I am.
By like what, a quarter inch?
Yeah, but now I'll be like, what's up, little man? And he'll be like, dude, come on, we're like the same height. I'm like, are we? Like one time we slipped off our shoes and stood next to each other. I'm like, I'm definitely taller than you. He's like, whatever, bro. But no, the funny thing is that I know you haven't watched all of Breaking Bad, but do you know who Todd is?
I do. I think I do know who Todd is.
I'll pull up a quick picture.
Let me see a picture, yeah.
But we're always talking about. He's always jokes around and calls me Heisenberg, because like I dress, you know, like business casual every day, so it's like I'm wearing khakis and a button down usually.
Yeah,
so it's like every day I go to work, I look like Walter White, like. And it's not even intentional. I mean, I could grow out the beard, but anymore, it's just my beard's not thick enough, so I just go with the goatee because I know that looks thick.
At least you can fucking grow a goatee, bro.
Dude, I've been rocking the goatee since like high school, especially the chin. I started doing the mustache in I think college, but then I was rocking the beard for a little bit and using like a derma roller, and then once my mustache and my chin could connect, I'm like, all right, we're rocking the goatee for real now.
Dude, I would even be happy if I could get like the Chris Cornell thing where it's not connected. I would be happy with that, but I can't even do that. It looks like shit when I try to grow it out.
Yeah, so this is Todd.
Yeah.
And first of
Yeah,
all,
I've
did you
seen
know
it.
that his wife is Kirsten Dunst?
What?
Yeah, bro. Jesse Plemons.
I deserve her.
Jesse Plemons. He
Kirsten Dunst, bro. She's a cutie.
She was like my first ever celebrity crush.
From Spider-Man. She was also
Dude,
my
she's
first.
5 years older than him. He's got himself a cougar.
Bro found himself a gilf.
That's out of pocket, bro. But no, my coworker, like, imagine Jesse Plemons, but like my height. So me and him were always joking about Breaking Bad shit, and for a long time he was just like, "Bro, next year for Halloween," because like when I first started there for Halloween, I'd only been working there a week, so it's like I didn't really know him that well yet. But I mean, I dressed normal for work, and like if people asked, I was like, "Yeah, I'm Walter White." but he's like, bro, this year we should go as I'll be Jesse, bro. And I was like, yeah, but you don't really look like Jesse, because he has the really light blonde hair and light features like Todd does.
Tell him to start smoking crack, bro. He that way.
But well, no, it'd be meth, retard.
Either one will get the job done.
True, but no, like
the same thing.
More or less. Either way,
I'm pretty sure they're like
you'll fail a piss test either way.
Very true. Either way, you'll go to jail too.
Yeah, but no. The other day, I think it was earlier this week, he came up to me. He's like, "You know who I should really dress as from Breaking Bad?" And I was like, "Who, bro?" And he was like, "I should go with Todd." And I was just like,
"Yes,
dude, you look just like Todd." And then we have another coworker. He's like, normal size. He kind of looks like Alex, actually, but a little bit taller and not as autistic.
He's kind of got that like that Middle East flavor to his look.
Yeah, a little bit. He has dark features, really thick beard, dark hair.
Oh my god, bro.
And
I got like an eyelash in my eye.
It's funny because I look like Walter and he looks like Todd, and we were joking around. We were like, "Bro, Nate, he could go as Walter Jr." And he's like, "Man, isn't he fucked up?"
Do you want to hear something really funny?
What?
My fiance is really hot for the guy that plays Walt Jr.
Okay, cerebral palsy aside, he's a good-looking dude.
I have to concede that when he's not playing somebody that's disabled, he's pretty handsome.
He is disabled, though.
Is he really?
Yeah, he has cerebral palsy.
In real life?
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Let me look him up. I'm like 99% sure.
Now
he wasn't acting, bro.
Now I sound like an asshole. I am an asshole.
If I'm about to fuck this model and she just bleach her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'ma feel like an asshole.
Kanye is a genius.
RJ Mitt III is an actor, producer, and activist who has cerebral palsy.
Let me see.
He's known for his role as Walter Flynn White Jr. on the AMC drama Breaking Bad.
Hey, yo, let me see this, John, bruh.
All right, he's handsome. Like, objectively, he's handsome. He's got a handsome face. So
He kind of looks like you, bro.
Don't fucking say that.
Dude, he does!
We got the big eyebrows, but like he's kind of got.
No, dude, he looks like you with less of a jawline. You beat him in the jawline.
I am Walt Jr. Hey, Dad.
Why don't you just fucking die already?
Bro, should I pull up to work like that on Monday? Hey, Chief, I'm ready to run the street.
He doesn't sound like that, bro.
That's how I'm going to be.
Why you have to be such a bitch?
I'm going to do that on my first traffic stop. I'm like, license and registration, please.
No.
Okay, you came back wanted. Please
Dude,
step out of the car.
I started using Hinge again.
Yes, you did,
and
bro.
I put one of my really, really like Walter White type pictures on my profile, and I was half tempted to put as one of the prompts to be like, looking for the Skylar to my Walter White.
Yeah,
Please don't fuck Ted.
Please don't fuck Ted.
Do you know about that in the show?
Yeah.
She fucks
I fucked Ted.
I fucked Ted. But no, I was like, dude. But the thing is, I feel like Breaking Bad isn't like a girl show. Like, if you go up to like, any guy and ask, "Hey, have you watched Breaking Bad?" Most of the time they'll at least know what it's about, and they'll get the jokes because they like, have watched countless clips, or they've watched the whole show, or they're just one of those people that's like, I've watched the show I think 4 or 5 times because it's so good.
I remember you were like, like autistically obsessed with it. For
Yeah,
months.
bro.
You're like, I have to watch it to fall asleep.
Well, you know how I am with like all my shows. Like I have a list of about 10 to 15 shows that I just rotate between. I rarely watch a new TV show. I pretty much never watch a new TV show unless I get really bored or if there's a new person that I'm really into, like with Tires and Shane Gillis. Like I watched Tires because I am really liking Shane Gillis and I've been listening to the cast.
That's the only reason why I watched it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have watched it otherwise.
But like, I think right now the show I've been putting on to fall asleep is Walking Dead.
That's pretty based.
Yeah, but it's just like this will be like the 8th time I've started it.
You know what I fall asleep to is like random space documentaries. I
See-
fell asleep to this one last night. It was about this planet that this guy thinks is the worst planet because it probably doesn't exist and it has a stupid name. I can't remember.
It's called Earth.
I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's some like faraway distant planet that these scientists found. Maybe they might not even exist, but they think they found it because like a radio signal bounced off of something and came back, and they're like, "Well, this is a planet," and they named it. And it went against the naming conventions. I guess in the system that it's in, what you're supposed to do is name it after something in like Norse mythology. And these guys, I can't remember what the fuck they called it, but it was something really stupid. And this guy was like,
This planet it probably doesn't even exist. They gave it a stupid name. It's gas. It's like 38 times bigger than Jupiter. It doesn't exist. It's stupid.
and I fell asleep to it, and I was like,
Yeah, now I know about this, bro.
No, dude, for me, like with the TV shows I fall asleep to, it has to be, it's like a comfort thing. So like, not that I have to be able to know exactly what's going on in the show, but it's more just the voices I have to be familiar with. So like, that's why I fall asleep to shows I've watched like 4 or 5 times.
"They're your daddy."
Nah, bro, it's just like
They're reading
like
you a
if
bedtime story.
I'm watching like for a while I was rotating in between like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Community for a while because I don't even know how many times I've watched those, but like, you know, like almost all shows get worse as they go on. Like they hit their peak and then like something changes either in the producing or the directing.
That's what I'm hitting with Shameless right now.
Oh, have you made it pretty deep into that now?
I'm pretty far. I think I'm like season 6 now.
That's what Sam says. It starts to get bad at season 6.
There's no good characters. That's the problem that I'm
Are they
having
just
right
all
now.
pieces of shit?
Yeah, like to some degree, they're all just horrible people, except for like one person right now. And I've heard that he also turns into a major piece of shit. So
Yeah.
there's nobody that you want to root for. That's the problem.
That's why you just gotta watch Breaking Bad, bro.
Walter is a good guy.
Yeah, go Walt. You cooked that meth, baby.
No, dude. You know what show is actually even better than Breaking Bad is Better Call Saul, though.
You've told
Those people, like, it's a much slower burn. It's much slower paced. But if you can, I mean, I'll never be anywhere close to being a lawyer. So, like, just blanket statement. But I guess if you can not necessarily even understand, but just appreciate all the legal jargon in that show, it's a really, really good show. Like, there's a reason why I don't think it got as, because I know Breaking Bad got awards. I know Bob Odenkirk never won an Emmy for it or something. But he
3.
Oh. I thought you were talking Bob Odenkirk because I think he got nominated 3 years in a row and lost every time.
Oh, no shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he
I
got
was talking
nominated
about the
like
trash
even
can.
after the show ended because I think the show ended in 2021. I think it was on air from 2015 to 2021. I think there's 6 or 7 seasons.
How are the COVID era episodes? Are
They were
okay?
good. I mean,
There were a lot of shows that went into the shitter during COVID.
dude, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is one of them. The last season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is horrible. It's pretty bad. But
Oh, there was another show. I think it's This Is Us. Is that what it's called?
dude, I actually love that show. I
Those-
watched that with my mom when I was in like high school
That's
and
a
college.
pretty good show, but like the COVID era episodes kind of make me cringe.
Well, it's because it's a little too on the nose.
It's
Where like it's
very
almost
on
like
the
they're coming
nose.
off as a little preachy. I'm like, okay, we understand everybody was doing this, but like,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah, it's I don't know. I didn't like it either. When it moved to that, I was like, really? But no, dude, Better Call Saul is a really good fucking show. I mean, and also Reese Seahorn, the one that plays or is it Ray Seahorn, the one that plays Kim? She's a cutie.
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
She's a cutie, bro. Dude, I saw a video the other day. It's an Instagram reel.
Go figure.
Someone posted. First of all, did you know that Vince Gilligan, the creator of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, has a cameo in Community?
I did know that.
You did?
You told me that.
Yeah. This what's it called? It's like a pile of bullets or whatever, that VHS game that Abed plays, and he's like super autistic about. And he's like, I have to win. And yeah, he's the one that plays the cowboy in that VHS.
I remember you told me about this when you found out.
Yeah, but Vince Gilligan, I guess, is starting a space-themed show or something weird, kind of not what you'd expect. I mean, I'm not super familiar with his work, just the two shows he's most well known for, but he's doing like a space-themed show or something science-based, and Ray Seahorn is gonna be in it, the one that plays Kim in Better Call Saul, and all the comments are like, "Oh hell yeah, we're getting better rim, Kim." And I was like,
God.
bro, better rim Kim is. Have you ever seen those things where it's like people making fake sequels to Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, and it's like Breaking Bad 2 Flynn's Revenge.
Yeah.
It'll be like just a picture of like Walter Jr. with glasses, and you're like, what the fuck? Or what's another one? Say Psych Mike or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, bro, what the fuck? Or what's his name? His brother-in-law, played by Dean Norris.
The cop guy?
Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue, too. Because I keep thinking about the cameos he did. Walter.
No, dude, the ones where he's like, hello, sussy buckas.
You sussy baka.
Oh, what's his
There's
name?
an imposter among us.
Who does Dean Norris play?
It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. God damn it. I can't fucking think of it.
Me neither, bro.
I can't think of it. I just know that he's really bald and he looks really funny and he's like in the DEA and there's like the turtle with the bomb.
Dude, I don't want to look it up, but I have to.
I can't fucking think of his name. I think I'm just too buzzed, bro.
You sussy
Hank.
baka.
Hank Schroeder.
Yeah, it's like better wank Hank.
God fucking damn it. You know what's been cracking me up, dude, is all the clips of the Minecraft movie. And then
Chicken jockey.
Have you seen the edits?
No.
Before the movie came out, there was this joke that Jason Momoa's character was going to be named Brian, and that he was going to turn into Hero Brian. They were like fan.
I was
edits.
wondering if he was in the movie, bro.
I know that he's in the movie.
Herobrine?
No, not Herobrine. Jason Momoa.
That's what I was asking about.
But there was a joke that Jason Momoa's character was going to be named Brian, and that he was going to turn into Hero Brian. And there was like this fan edit where somebody's like, "You're a hero, Brian," and he goes, "Hero, Brian, I like that name." And then his eyes go white. He's, "I like that." He turns into Hero Brian. I don't think that happens in the movie. I haven't seen it. I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to watch it. But if I end up with time to go to the movie theater, I think I might.
Dude, you know what? I saw on 2 different Snapchat stories. One was a guy I know from Cincy, and another one was someone that I have added from the UK. Both were seeing Minecraft in the theater, and both posted videos of the whole theater going, "Chicken jockey!" and then cheering after.
Was it Kettle?
Yeah.
Hell
But,
yeah.
dude, think about that. 6-hour time difference across 2 different sides of the earth, and both posted to their Instagram story of the whole theater clapping and reciting "Chicken Jockey" together. Like, I'm like, what is
The
the world, bro? The
world
fucking
has gone
internet.
to shit. First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft.
Flint and steel.
Chicken jockey.
That movie has to be horrible. I mean, like, I've heard really mixed things
Dude,
about it.
Dude, I'm telling you, the next thing that's gonna happen because of the success of the Minecraft movie is going to be the Fortnite movie. I'm telling you, it's a matter of time. Think about it, dude. Minecraft's been around for whatever, 15 years,
A long time.
and think about how fast shit moves in this day and age. Fortnite's been around since 2017. Once it hits the 10-year
Has it
mark,
been that long already?
I remember it my junior year history class. People were talking about Fortnite by then.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you, bro. Just wait 2 more years. So by 2027 or 2028, there's gonna be talks and rumors spreading of a Fortnite movie. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna be shit.
Dude, maybe I should tweet this so we can timestamp it and we can prove that I predicted this.
You know what's crazy?
I'm from the future, and 2028 there will be a Fortnite movie.
You know what's crazy is where
They're gonna use thick
where,
bitches all up in it.
Well, they might or they might not because they've done a lot of edits now. I remember when the game first came out, like your default lady was like,
Oh,
totally
dude, why do you
caked
think I
up.
played Fortnite in high school?
fair enough, bro. Fair enough.
That's why they've got all these fucking Gen Alpha gooners, bro, and
I remember
they're skibbiting their
one
toilets,
of,
bro.
One of my core memories from early high school was when you could get like an exclusive skin from having PlayStation Plus,
Oh,
and it was just like this chick with leggings on. They made her ridiculously caked up for no reason.
dude, yeah, dude. I got a
No
few skins that
reason.
are really caked up, and I was like,
Gwen,
Spider Gwen,
Spider-Gwen.
Joe Gatto moment.
17-year-old baby girls.
The honeys, bro. The honeys. Nah, that's fucking whack, bro. But no, I remember there's this one. I think it was Calamity, where they gave her
the
jiggle physics.
and they had to patch it out.
Yeah, bro. I remember I think that was actually in the battle pass. I mean, technically I bought it, but it was in the battle pass, and I remember playing that. I think that was like chapter 1, season 5 or 4.
They had the nerf Calamity, bro.
I had to nerf her, man. Dude, you know what's crazy to think about is that about a month ago we passed the 5-year anniversary of the lockdowns from COVID.
I don't like to think about it, bro. I don't like to think about it.
Well, dude, the thing that's so crazy about that is that was like 2 or 3 months before we met.
Yeah.
We've known each other for half a decade, and I'm like, bro, why am I hanging out with this guy?
Fuck you, bro. You hang out with me because I'm good at bass and I can pass on the drum set. That's why you love me.
Nah, man. It's because I manifested people with nice hair losing their hair, and I just had to stick around to see it.
No, you manifested a baby girl with brown hair and brown eyes, and you got me instead. I popped in.
I've been exposed.
You've been exposed. You're actually just gay. You want?
No, I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. No.
Can't be.
I'll never be gay.
No, wait. No. Dude, that's a show I've been wanting to watch. Is Punisher.
Yeah, that's on my list.
What's his name? John something.
I don't know.
The guy. He's also in
He
Walking
plays
Dead.
Shane. I feel like that guy's really nice in real life, but every character that he plays is like a total dick. It's conditioned in my mind to think that he's gonna be a dick, but I feel like he's
dude,
nice.
There's another person that I feel like is the same way. I don't remember which actor it is, but I'm like, that guy seems like such an asshole. But like everybody's like, oh no, he's so nice. I don't remember who it is.
There's a lot of people like that because they
Yeah.
just play characters
Dude,
that are dicks.
You know, I saw a hate post for Keanu Reeves the other day.
What?
Where people were, I know, but someone was like, I get that he's a nice guy and that he's just genuinely a good person.
He's a white
but
man.
no, that they're like, but why do we have to like hype that up? Like that should be the norm. And I was
The
like,
sad thing is it's not the norm. You have to hype it up.
yeah, I don't
'Cause
know.
So many people
Dude,
that get to that level are dicks.
Have you seen that clip of him like doing an autograph session and there's like this little 8-year-old and he's like, you're my favorite actor, and he's like, oh really? He's like, that's really cool. He's like, I think you might be my favorite fan. And I was just like,
he melts
he's too
your
good
heart.
for us, man.
He melts your heart, bro.
Or like I don't know if it's Keanu or someone else. No, it was Robin Williams. When Robin Williams was still alive, in most of his movies, like later in his life, like I think after 2000, when he was
Smurfs.
like, when he was like really big and like it was basically like the Adam Sandler before Adam Sandler was as big as he is now. Because Adam Sandler does something similar, but when Robin Williams was really big in like the early 2000s and was like being in every movie, kind of like Jim Carrey, he would always have homeless people in his movies in some way, somehow, so they could get paid and give them a job for a couple weeks.
Respect.
And I know Adam Sandler kind of does the same thing, but with his friends.
Yeah,
like
friends.
he has his own production company, so
You
like,
can do it.
so he can.
That guy.
Yeah, so he can. Like that's why all the grown-ups movie are pretty much just him and all of his friends, because he's just like, oh well, me and the boys got a movie to make. It's almost like Jackass, but like bigger brain.
That's basically what Shane Gillis is doing with Tires.
Oh yeah, dude, that show is so fucking funny.
So funny, dude. you know what's crazy is it's Shane's show, but I think Gerby's character is my favorite in that show. I just fucking love him. You gotta love him.
I think I would agree, but I think Shane is funniest.
He's the funniest, but I think as far as story arcs, Gerby's has a really good story arc.
I just hate that it had such a short season. Like, I feel like they could have easily made it a 12-episode season.
I just wish that the episodes were longer.
That too, because like the end credits are literally like 3 minutes. So like each episode is barely over 15 minutes, and I'm like, all right, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to season 2. That's coming out. I think it's 2 months. Is today the 5th?
Coming up.
It's 2 months from today.
Coming up, bro.
Right after my birthday.
What time is it even, bro?
10:30.
Holy shit.
But yeah, that'll be a good show, bro. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, dude. I'm ready for season 2. I just wish that the episodes were longer because it's so funny. Like, dude, it shouldn't, in the context, what happens shouldn't feel tacky, but since they kind of have to rush through the arcs of an episode, when you get to, like, the emotional break, you're like, okay, this is kind of gay. But it's still funny throughout. I hope that in the second season that they get longer episodes, like at least half an hour.
I don't think they will, because you got to think they're probably all of them are stand-up comedians. So like Shane's got arenas to sell out, and all the other guys are doing theaters and large venues.
Is Gerby's doing stand-up again? Because he's been kind of in and out.
I don't know, but I'm sure Chris. I mean, I'm not that caught up in the podcast because I'm listening to. I'm in 2022 right now, like spring of 22. So I don't know what's going on with everybody in real life, like in current times. But I'm sure most of them. I mean, Andrew Scholes is still probably doing gigs. Chris O'Connor is.
Podcasts too.
Yeah, a lot of them are either on podcasts or they have stand up and stuff. Dude, I still want to see Matt really bad.
Oh yeah,
he's on the American Teenest tour.
Is he doing a tour right now?
Yeah, it's called the American Teenest tour.
No
bro.
shit.
Yeah.
Where's he at right now? Like, what's his next date?
He was in Columbus, Ohio, back in February.
Fuck.
But
missed opportunity.
I think he's in. Either he was just in Nebraska, in Omaha, or is about to be, and then he's in like Texas next, I think. But
fuck, dude, he would be so fun to see. Matt's just a funny dude.
He's a fucking weirdo, bro.
He is so weird.
He's so funny.
I think my favorite Matt moment so far is when he's talking about his laptop when he's watching adult videos. And he puts his t-shirt down. I'm like, dude, that's so weird.
Yeah, I'm like,
he's so open about it. He's like, no, it's not on my laptop. It's on the shirt. It's like, shut
dude,
up,
I don't even want to
Matt.
think about that, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Like, I could never imagine doing that to my MacBook. And I'm pretty sure he also uses MacBooks. And mine,
whack,
even
bro.
though mine is an old model, those aren't cheap. It's an Apple product. They're never cheap until they're like totally outdated. And then about a year after they become outdated, they're collector's items. And then
Yeah, bro.
price goes up.
I always see them for sale. People will be like, 2017 MacBook Air for $250. Who want it? I'm like, bro.
I don't even remember how much mine was. I know that my fiance got it in like a bundle with the bag and a mouse and everything.
Yeah.
It still works really well. It's been reset. I tried to like pirate the.
Bro, stop fidgeting with your fucking tin.
I'm just a fidgety guy. If I'm not doing this, I'm gonna bounce my leg.
Nah, bro, quit.
I'll fidget my legs and no, but I remember I tried to have
The gay one.
help me with the OS.
I had no idea where you're going, and then you
I don't-
continued, and I was like, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
I don't know if we're gonna name drop or not, but
The gay one.
I'm sure he'll be here eventually.
yeah, didn't we mention having him on?
Yeah, he's a math wizard. We can have him blow our minds.
Then I'll just say his name. Ben Barr. I tried to have him come over and help me like get the new OS over because mine is at like I think like 12 or 13 point something, and the most recent one is like 16 point something.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a way to do it. It's just really fucking stupid.
It's probably not worth it if I'm being honest. It'll make it run slow.
Probably not worth it, but I wanted to at least try because I wanted to get the most recent version of GarageBand because I heard where they put out like new amp sims and new pedals and stuff, and I'm like 5 years behind at least, if not more. So I wanted to get all that stuff, but it ended up not working out. But anyways, I like the computer. That's what we're recording on right now.
We in high school, at my high school, I know you guys used Chromebooks, but we had MacBook Airs.
Unfortunately, some of us even had ThinkPads.
Oh, jeez.
That's what I got issued at the department, by the way.
Oh, really?
I got a fucking ThinkPad. It runs.
I
like
like the idea of ThinkPads, but
in execution, there's a lot to be desired.
yeah, but no, we had MacBooks in high school, and
So jealous.
I mean, I'm not a big computer guy in general. Like every time I play games, I'm an Xbox guy. I like even if I play a game on PC, I still use a controller if I can. Like
Same.
I'll play almost any game using a controller just because
It feels
the way
easier.
my mind works is having the joystick to look around, even though you can't really flick as well.
It's more
For aiming.
intuitive to me. You can get better like aim.
I
It's
just
not
feel
as
like
quick, but you can get more accuracy. I feel
that's what I think. I mean, that's definitely not the truth because
it's how we feel though. That's what
Yeah.
we're used to. So
Yeah.
for us, it's true.
But for like gaming, I mean, everybody, you'd be stupid to say that a Mac is ideal for gaming because it's just not.
It's totally
simply
not.
put,
This couldn't even run Minecraft at its default settings. I had to turn it way down.
that tracks. But I remember for schoolwork, like that's the one thing because when I went to college, obviously I had to get my own laptop, and I just got like a gaming laptop, which is not those suck. If you ever want to buy a PC, just buy a PC. I'm hoping to buy one within the next 2 years or so.
Still better
But-
than buying like a Dell laptop for gaming though.
Oh yeah,
Still better than that.
but for like I will say for like schoolwork or for just regular work, because when I worked at EBTH, they do MacBooks there at least for most people. I'm pretty sure the IT department used PCs or like Windows PCs, or laptops.
The
but,
photographers were on Windows 10.
yeah, and I'm on Windows 10 and 11 at my current job, but I do like Apple's organization when it comes to like schoolwork, like being in high school and having things easily organized and just more user friendly. Like that's what I always say about like iPhone, because I used to have an iPhone. I'm on Samsung now, but when I had my iPhone, I was like, it's just really user friendly, and there's a lot of gadgets and gizmos that they add that Samsung usually won't add for a little bit. But it's just for some reason, Samsungs always seem more durable, and I just like, as you know, I like my Samsung Watch way more than the Apple Watch, so that's why I switched back to Samsung, was so I could just have the closed loop. But I do miss my iPhone sometimes.
I almost wish that I would have bought the new Samsung instead of the Google Pixel, so then I could have the watch integration. But I really like the operating system on the Google phones. It's really intuitive.
Yeah.
It's nice. But what I really like about my MacBook is how nice it feels. Feeling
smooth.
that compared to like a standard laptop, like the ThinkPad I had issued, the mouse pad on the ThinkPad feels like shit. That one feels like butter. The keyboard feels like you're fighting it. That one you can type really naturally.
Yeah, well, dude, you should see Ben Barr's laptop. I think his is a 2022.
I've seen his laptop. He brought it over when I was having him walk me through iMovie. to try to edit the like pilot, quote unquote.
Yeah, the test run.
Yeah, I've had him come and help me get that figured out. When I go to edit this, I might have to have him over again just to refresh me. But I had him over, and I was like, dude, your laptop is like way nicer than mine. Like, how much does one of these run? And he's like, oh, well, you know.
It's like $1,200. And you're like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not fucking paying that because this one runs just fine.
Yeah.
It was just crazy because it looks really awesome.
Bro, you should go check what we're at because I could either go to end this or at least take another break.
Yeah, I have to pee again.
Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom.
I gotta pee again real bad. Let's see, where are we at? We're at an hour 52, so it's about time to wrap it up.
Yeah. I guess we'll just wrap it up now. Might as well.
Do you have any closing words?
Well, I guess if we want to wrap up the current conversation, another reason I switched back to Samsung was for the thumbprint reader.
Very true. The
When
one on my Google Pixel is really intuitive too. It's like the same as Samsung.
Yeah, I remember when I had a Samsung S10e, which was like the really small one.
Oh, that's the one with the reader in the back, isn't it?
It was on the side on the power, and
Yeah.
it worked pretty well. But then I switched to the iPhone, and that was right when they stopped. I think because I got the iPhone 13, and I think that was the first model to take away the thumbprint. And I was like, oh shit, like I don't want this shit scanning my face. I mean, the Face ID worked good. It did work really well. I think it works better than Samsung's.
But then you're selling your data to the man.
They're reading my retinas.
The Chinese government knows you.
But no, that was the first thing I like picked up on. Was as soon as I did that, I didn't have to look up. I could literally just unlock my phone doing this, like with it down.
Nice.
You know, and it doesn't matter. So that's nice. But yeah, I mean, a lot of technology at this point. It's just technology. It's all gonna get you the same end product. It's just gonna be different to get there potentially, or it's all just derivative of each other. So
it's all the same thing, just different patents.
Yep, exactly.
Different paperwork behind it. Anyways, man, I think this has been a good first episode. What do you think? Think pretty good?
I'd say so, yeah.
All
I
right.
need to shake off this buzz so I can go home.
We're probably gonna jam a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll upload jams either to the YouTube.
That'd be
we
pretty sweet.
We haven't even made any of our socials for this yet,
No,
so
bro.
we got to set that up this week and hopefully
As
have this
of,
out in less than a week. I think our goal is to try to have this out. I want to shoot for Friday, and if we could have things done, have things done by like Wednesday, and make sure everything's ready to go by Wednesday, and just shoot for Friday.
I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll have Mr. Barr over Monday, get it edited, so then we don't have to worry about it. I'll just get it taken care of right out of the way.
We gotta, I mean, I just want consistency, but all right, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap
I'm
it
about to
up.
shit my pants.
You better let me pee first, bro. You better let me pee first.
I'm gonna piss in your mouth.
Ooh, we go at the same time.
Woo!
All right. Well, this has been the Piss Soak Podcast, Episode 1, official release. God
Always
bless.
remember, kids, pilk is better than milk.
Word to your mother.
Obama out.
I just got done going to the bathroom. Now Ben is in the bathroom. He's taking a piss looking at this while we getting the podcast recording, and I'm going to hiss on the microphone. You're watching the podcast, and I'm having a blast, and I'm kicking ass, and I'm going to blast in your ass. Getting your ass crack. It's so whack. My monster can is black. I got a pouch in my mouth, and I'm going to climb Mount Everest. I'm the beast, and monster is the best, the hard monster, the berry, berserker berry. I'm so hairy. I'm not hairy anymore because I cut my hair and I don't care. I'm right there and I'm a man. I'm a rotten stallion with a battalion.
We're going to cut this. I'm just doing it for fun. Or we can leave it in, whatever you want.
My monster can is black and I'm whack and my ass crack is hairy.